Hello, my little snickerdoodles. It's Vicky, me love Bono. It's Tuesday, October 30th, 2012. It's about 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Ohio. And so far, so good. We were supposed to get gale force winds here, uh, gusting at up to 70 miles an hour, they were saying, but so far, so good. If the last I heard, the winds were supposed to get to us between 12 and 2, and it's almost 5, so hopefully Sandy is slowing down a little bit. I know it's been downgraded to a tropical storm, but you guys there on the East Coast, Jill, who is the coffee mommy, Laura, who is Laura Loves Lace, Patty, Colored Sprinkle Girl, all of you all have been in my prayers and thoughts. I've been watching YouTube. I hope that when things calm down for you guys that you'll do a video and let us know you're okay. But until then, until we hear from you, until we see your video, you're going to just stay right there in my prayers. With that, I've been sitting here scrapbooking all day. Yesterday I ran around and, made sure we had food and gas and so forth. So today I just kind of took it easy and did some scrapbooking, and I wanted to do this layout immediately. I just finished it maybe 5 minutes ago because I don't want to forget what I used, and most of all, I don't want to lose my page in this book that was my inspiration. So let's get going here. This is a 2-page layout. It's, what else? Pictures of my grandson, but I'll go back to my Florida pictures and pictures from long ago soon. I just wanted to do this layout using these little craft paper bags. And let me tell you where I got the idea from is this page, and this is from Keepsakes. What? Creating Keepsakes. Oh my gosh, I've read this magazine for years. And it is the December issue, I believe. Yes, this is the December issue of Creating Keepsakes. And this is on page 82, and I just thought this was so cute. I had to give it a try. Now, the funny thing about scrap lifting, I don't know, for me, I could sit and look at a layout and try to recreate my layout exactly like the layout in the book or on the TV or on the internet, and it never turns out, even when I want it to. But this actually was more of an inspiration. And it really got me going, made me feel like scrapbooking, because I've kind of lost my mojo over the past couple of weeks. So thank heavens for Creating Keepsakes. I just wish they would do an issue every month. I know when times got hard and the economy got bad, I guess a lot of people stopped scrapbooking, and no wonder why. Oh my gosh, you have to mortgage your home to get started. It's an expensive hobby, but I'll tell you, I love it. It's one of the most rewarding hobbies, I believe, is out there. My husband was kind of teasing me. I don't think he's teasing me a whole lot, but he teases me a little bit. I was sitting and I was doing this layout, and I was just so proud of how it was turning out. I let out one of those little squeals, And actually what I did was, oh my gosh, I love scrapbooking. And he said from the kitchen, which you could see my kitchen from my family room, and he was in there making him a sandwich, and he said, oh my gosh, I wish you loved cooking. Don't hold your breath, my friend. And, all joking aside, which, like I told him, I enjoyed cooking for 30 years. And cooking for you guys never brought me the satisfaction that scrapbooking has. You know what? I had to bring up you gals. And I said, listen, I slaved over a hot stove for you and the kids for 23 years. And I said, and by the way, I was cooking long before I met you. And never once did you come in with a box in your hands for me, like Rashida, like Jill, like Laura, like Letty, like Judy. All my scrapbooking friends who have sent me racks. And Terry, oh my gosh, Terry, I didn't mean to forget you. I said, these girls, I haven't fed them. They send me a gift because they like what I do. Well, he shut up after that, and he ate his bologna sandwich. Sometimes I just sit and I'm doing a layout, and I just sit there and think, oh my gosh, how I love doing this. And I don't care if adhesive goes up to $9.99 for one roll. I'm going to find a way to get my adhesive and scrapbook. What other hobby leaves behind a legacy? Why, sure, if you're a good bowler or you're in the Olympics because your hobby started out as gymnastics, oh sure, you may get one of them silly looking trophies, but a trophy is not as good as a scrapbook album filled with pictures of your loved ones. Now is it? Don't get mad at me. Don't be sending hate mail for those people who love their trophies. It's just a little scrapbooking humor. Anyway, on with the show. The lady who did this layout is named Tina Walker. And I guess she probably has a blog or something. They don't put that in here. But I bet you if you Googled her, you'd find her. Good luck. I can't never find anything or anyone on Google. Anyway, let's go to the layout. You'll see I turned the single page layout that she did, I'll show it to you one more time, into a double page layout. Why, you ask? Because I had too many pictures. I have to get them all together and in one layout. Well, actually, I had more pictures left over, but I didn't. We'll put them on another layout. This is a picture. My son bought a pizza party and a bowling party all at the same place from something called Groupons or something like that. Anyway, he got it for like $20. So he loaded up and they all went to our local bowling alley and had themselves a bowling and pizza party. And of course he took pictures. So let me tell you about the products, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about the pictures. You see my little bags here? Those are called itty bitty bags, and I pick them up at 2 peas in a bucket. You'll see the peekaboo here. I used my K & Company Smash Dymo thing. This, all of these. Oh snap, this little arrow, these little round things, this that looks like washi tape here, all came from Simple Stories Snap collection. And I need to do a haul video because I have some new items, so I'll try to get that done today or tomorrow, guys. Oh, these things also came from the Snap collection. The awesome and the little pennants. These little buttons here are from Prima. These tickets came to me in a rack from my best buddy in my whole life, Laura, who is Laura Loves Lace. Hi, Laura. Hope you're feeling better, honey. And let's see. These letters are from this collection by, who is this by? Is this Prima? Well, this is what it looks like. Let's see here. Yep, it's Prima. Alphabet stickers. And I just love those. 693 pieces. You see how it has the words and then the letters. And look here, even on the flip side. Letters. Really like those. This little tab is from, you know, the Smash tab top thingies. Let's see. This washi tape is from Cassie, who is Paper Issues on Etsy. Listen, I couldn't give Cassie and Paper Issues enough thumbs up. She is a wonderful scrapbook shop. She always has like new products and good prices and always has a great sale. So check out Paper Issues on Etsy. And now this little thing here is from the Snap collection. These are those Tim Holtz film strips. Had them forever, use them all the time, and I still got half a roll left. These have lasted forever. You can see I put my journaling inside here. I use these little like grid type papers from Post-it notes, and this is what that looks like. Can you see the grid? Oh, let's see. This came from that same collection I showed you before. These are alpha beans. This twine right here is American Crafts, and that came in a rack from Judy Bakes 22, and I believe she picked that up at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. Here's one of those little Tim Holtz paper clips. These little buttons are GPC Studios. And I think that's about it, guys. That's all the products. This is my grandson. He was bowling. And this is one of my son's friends. I love her. She's in a relationship, but I sure wish the relationship was with my son. She's a great mommy, and I just adore her. And this is her two sons, Sam and Owen. And you've seen Sam and Owen in my pictures before. My son went to high school with her, and now they're all grown up and have kids of their own, and they're hanging out together. I just love her boys. I used craft cardstock, and I think this is from, yeah, it is. It's some that I had for a while from Michael's. It's the Recollections brand. And this paper is more of that yucky paper that I picked up at HSN a few years ago. I have to get the name of that and tell you about it, tell you the name. I never think to look at the name, but I don't recommend it. It's funny. It's thin. If I use it in my Cricut, for some reason it never sticks to the mats. It does not cut well, so I'm just trying to use it as accent paper and in the background so I can get rid of it. The color sure is nice. It had some great colors. It's like textured, like a canvas texture. And I love my background paper or my background cardstock to have a texture. 9 times out of 10, when I'm putting a layout together, my cardstock has a texture to it. Very seldom do I use smooth cardstock as my background. And of course, I outlined the layout with my black precision pen a la Tracy, who is Mercy Tierra. You know, she's just going to be known as the outline queen, isn't she? I'm so glad I learned that technique from her. It seems to always pull the layout together. You'll see I rounded my corners around here, and since I rounded the background paper, I went on and rounded the corners of the picture and that cardstock. For some reason, I've been on quite the roll of matting my pictures on just a little bit of black cardstock, and most of the time I just use Recollections from Michaels 8.5 by 11 black cardstock, but last time they were out, so I went on and picked up the 12 by 12 black cardstock because it's cheaper, but it cuts fine. If I have to use it in my Cricut, it does a great job, and it's perfect, you know, to match your pictures. Want me to zoom in? Okay, I will. I guess first let me back up here, and now I'll zoom in. Now see behind where it says Coleraine Bowl, I used my Tim Holtz gray ink. Now you have to watch my videos to know that's an inside joke. I actually bought Tim Holtz Ranger embossing ink thinking it was a gray ink. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know it wasn't gray ink until I was doing the haul video. So it was actually embossing liquid or whatever it's called, embossing ink. And so I used that. And Tracy, who is I Love Disney, you were right. It was a very good embossing ink. I'll probably buy it again. And I'm very funny because I only use Versamark, but that was pretty good, that Ranger. I used clear embossing powder, and about the only 2 embossing powders I will use is Zing by American Craft or the Recollection brand of embossing powder. And you'll see I put Coleraine Bowl September. My T's missing. Looks like my T fell off. September 2012. Those letters are Prima. No, they're alpha beans. I outlined my little arrow because it just seemed to be blending into the background. And you can see I put a few buttons and those little circle stickers from the Snap collection, almost like they were falling out of the bag. This reads, "She is such a good mother." And that's from those Prima Alphas. There's my little tickets. And I stuck my journaling down into the little baggies. Look at that kid. Ain't he a mess? All the stickers on there are from the Snap collection. Buttons are Prima. I used my washi tape, which was a perfect match for that cardstock. And see, that little camera is also from the Snap collection. And that reads, "I love this kid too much." I stuck a little, see that little red tape there? And over here, those are both from the Snap collection, the cardstock stickers. And there you go. Okay, guys. Well, I'm almost at a half hour from jabbering about everything, and so I'll come back and do another video because I have some more layouts to share. Be right back. Thanks for watching, guys.